For a moment, I would like you to focus on your breathing. But you don't have to change it. Now, did you notice what just happened? Hands up if you changed your breathing as you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear yoga teachers, meditation teachers say this all the time. They're asking the impossible. Awareness is key. As soon as you focus on your breathing, it changes. There we go, I've just busted myth number 1. So, how long do you think a human can survive without breathing?
You have to quantify that, consciously or unconsciously.
Let's go consciously.
I say maybe 7 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Depends how fit you are, doesn't it, and what you're doing.
Depends on a lot of
Yeah, it depends on a lot. Like a free diver can hold his breath for a hell of a long time.
Yes. So, generally it is said that it's 3 minutes. There goes myth number 2. The world record is 24 minutes and 03 seconds. Yeah. Like me, no idea how that's possible, but it is. And that's because most people think that it's oxygen that we need. Now, what I learned when I was nursing, among other things, but this one really stuck in my mind, was under no circumstance do you increase the level of oxygen of an asthmatic, even if they tell you that they cannot breathe, without first speaking to the doctor. So like you, we're all standing down thinking, okay, fair enough. Why? Because you will kill them. Therefore it's stuck. Must never do that. And the reason is because it doesn't matter how much oxygen we have. It is not the lack of oxygen that determines whether we breathe or not. It is the increase in carbon dioxide that sends a message to our brain and therefore signals that it's time to breathe. And what the divers do is they raise their tolerance to CO2. So increasing oxygen just means you stop breathing. And my brain went, well, there's the answer then. And it took me, at least 10 years, maybe 15 years before I figured out the answer to what. Because we were on to the next topic that we have to learn nursing. But it stuck. So, that's myth number 3. It's not oxygen that keeps us alive, but CO2. Now, can anyone tell me what the combination of these symptoms sounds like? Breathlessness, excessive sighing, palpitations, cold hands and feet, muscle pains, dizziness, exhaustion, lethargy, anxiety, sleep disturbance, increased blood pressure, headaches, and disturbance in concentration and memory.
That's all in association with children, isn't it?
Sounds like me. Sounds like me. Can be pretty common in children, especially now.
When you get older as well.
Sorry?
When you get older as well.
Yeah, I could tick
You'll
them
find
all.
out.
But there's a big word that's used.
Depression.
Not just depression. Your habit connected.
Are you talking about anxiety?
Anxiety is just part of it, but it's what people tend to associate as symptoms of stress. And everybody talks about stress. And stress is normal. No, it isn't. Stress might be the norm, but that doesn't make it normal. That's another myth busted, but not about breathing necessarily. So, it isn't stress. It's actually, and this is where I found the answer to my question, according to a Russian scientist called Professor Buteyko, symptoms of hyperventilation. And hyperventilation is a lot easier to sort out than stress. Now, what are people told to do when they're stressed? Yes, breathe deeply. Busted myth number 5. So, is it another myth, you might be asking? Does stress actually cause those symptoms, or are those symptoms just caused by hyperventilation? I'm going to let you decide with the following exercise. We're going to do something called square breathing, which I recommend to most of my patients. And it only requires you being able to count to 4. And luckily today, I'm going to do the counting for you. You're going to just pay attention to your breathing and follow my counting. So, before we do that, figure out on a scale of 0 to 10, sorry, 1 to 10, because you're all breathing, otherwise I'd have bodies on the floor. In terms of depth and quality, where your breathing is right now. You don't have to say it out loud, it's just something for you to be aware of, so you've got comparison at the end of the exercise. And is it more difficult to breathe in or out? Okay, just make a mental note. And what about the speed of your thoughts? Is your mind racing? Or is it just happily trundling along? Very calm. Trundle. So, when you're ready, breathe out. And then breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And resume normal breathing. And now notice, where are you on your scale of 1 to 10? The depth of your breathing, the quality of your breathing, the speed of your thoughts. Have they almost stopped? And that's the key. Pausing and being able to pause in everyday life. And if you would like any more information about the balance of CO2 and oxygen, if you would like my poster as a reminder of square breathing, then please let me know.